Good evening. Come on in. I'm waiting for you. This message is specifically for my recent college graduates, and I am talking about those who have obtained a bachelor's degree or higher. Recent college graduates only, and it's specifically for those who've obtained a bachelor's degree. My name is Shyla Massey. This is my channel. Make sure you comment, you subscribe, you like this video. And this evening, I have 10% on my phone. And no, I did not charge it, but I made a goal that I was going live. I am going to talk to you about graduation. So, have you graduated from college and feel scared? You really don't know what to do. You don't know what your next step is. You didn't take advantage of the professional development at your college. This message is specifically for you. In the United States, based on the U.S. Census Bureau, approximately 2.16 million people graduate each year with a bachelor's degree. 85% of those individuals later go on between 0 to 6 months to secure a job. This message is specifically for those between 0 to 6 months. And why am I focusing on that? Because you have, first of all, congratulations on receiving the degree. You will now enter into a population of people, which is only 35.7% of the U.S. population, that possesses a bachelor's degree or higher, because you can't get a higher degree unless you have a bachelor's. Well, that's probably kind of changing now, but based on my experience, I was able to get my bachelor's first. I got two of those, and then I got my master's. So you're part of a group of people that the other 65%, a little bit less than 65, so we're going to say 64.3%, they'll never be a part of. So congratulations to you. Congratulations for taking the next step and doing what needed to be done for you to obtain a degree and for you to be able to take care of your basic needs in life. So congratulations to all the recent graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Specifically, if you are a college graduate. So congratulations to you. I applaud you. I applaud you for the days that you went without because you had a goal in mind. You wanted something better for yourself. I applaud you for the days that you figured it out. I applaud you for the days that you stayed up late at night working on a paper, working on just an assignment, studying for a test. I applaud you all. So I want to say, congratulations. Thank you, Carol, for coming in. Thank you for Sarah for coming in. I really appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you, Andy and Elizabeth. So I want to let you know, congratulations. Congratulations to you. You did something that most people can't even accomplish in just one lifetime, which is stick with something, stick with an idea of attainment of a better life based on a degree. I was able to do that with my life. It will pay off. I want to tell you though, my story is not the story of I was one of those people who came with a college degree and they were able to immediately get a job in their field. I was in the 0 to 6 months where I had to figure out, I got the degree, what am I going to do next? And if you're in that category, this message is specifically for you. Don't give up. It's okay if you do not have a degree, because my story is inspiring me. Thank you so much, Carol, for subscribing. Make sure you all subscribe and you comment on this video and you like it and you share it to other people, especially somebody you know that recently graduated from college. Share this message with them because it's going to be encouraging. So I graduated with a bachelor's of business administration, and I did not have a job lined up. I remember that I was downtown in Cincinnati, and a young lady that I had graduated with, she recently had taken a job with Fifth Third, and I clearly remember her eating at this fancy restaurant, and she was sipping on a glass of wine. And I was like, wow, like I really messed up because I saw myself in a very big and high position. But when I reflect on it, I knew the reason why I didn't have a job immediately after school, after college, was because I had kind of let myself down. And I wanted to I wanted to major in marketing. I wanted to be a I knew I was going to be wealthy. Let me just put it like that. I didn't know how I was going to get there. I didn't have a plan. I just knew because of my lifestyle and my taste, I knew I was going to be wealthy. I can honestly say that. But I also knew that I did not want to be homeless. That was the other thing that I knew. I knew I didn't want to be homeless. I knew I wanted to be able to meet my needs. I wanted to be able to meet my son's need because I was a mom my last year of college, and I had to find a job. And so, believe it or not, my first job out of college was community service because I had wanted to be a social worker originally because I wanted to help people. And my father was like, no, you cannot be a social worker. I'm not paying for you to go to college to be a social worker. That's not going to pay the bills. And so, because I did not go to be a social worker, I was like, I'm out of college. I got the degree that my father had told me that I needed to get. I then I then said I'm going to do what I want to do. I made no money, but because I did a program called Public Allies in Cincinnati, it allowed me to be on public assistance, but not really on public assistance because it was the government's way of saying you have chosen to, give back to society. We will be able to allow you to afford to be able to eat and live. And there was an education stipend as well. Bye, Sarah. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for coming in tonight. And that education stipend helped me pay back some of my loans. And so because I was able to pay back my loans with that education stipend, it wasn't my decision to go into Public Allies wasn't bad. So me getting a job right after college, like I know someone who just graduated, which is my son, and he started work like within, I want to say, 2 weeks. He was working his job, right? But my son had a different story to me. He didn't have any children, and he kind of struggled through college financially. He was able to get to a full ride the last 2 years of his college. But he is not me and I'm not him. This message is specifically for those who are 0 to 6 months. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're going to do. All you know is that you listen to someone and you have a degree now. So I'm sorry to hear about that, Carol, and I'll pray for your sister at the end. If you want to give me her name, I will pray for her over YouTube. But I ended up doing Public Allies. I didn't really like my boss. I was at the Free Store Food Bank in Cincinnati, and me and him just did not get along. But what ended up happening is people saw my work ethic and everybody wanted to hire me. They saw how motivated I was. They saw how interested I was. I can see my whole entire life, especially when I got a degree, how I just was a hard worker. Like I wanted to do the right thing. I wanted to, make sure that I was providing a service to those. When someone hired me, they were hiring somebody who was actually going to do the job. They were going to show up. So I I wanted to, you know, I wanted to help people. And what I'm saying to you today in this message, even though what I'm saying to you is get a job. It may not be what you went to school for. It may not be, what everyone hoped you would get a job in, but get a job. It's okay if you're not making, this $100,000 right out the bat. You will get there if you stick with a career, once you figure it out in this time, this 0 to 6 months, you will get there. My life is proof that you will get there. I know so many people who don't even have degrees, and their lives are proof that you will get to the landing place that you desire. You will get there. You will get there. You have received, you have a degree. You received it as your degree. Like, that's a congratulatory moment. You did what 35.7% of the population can do. I didn't say 85 and I didn't say 95. I said 35.7% of the population. That's approximately, you have to know the total amount, but that's still a small number. Everybody, so that's almost 1 in 4 people. Out of 1 in 10 people, well, 4 out of 10 people have a degree in the United States. There are 7 people. So if you put 10 people in a line, approximately 4 of those people will have a degree. Approximately, because 3 for sure, but you still have that 5.7. You still have that 5.7. So the point of this is, you're doing good. Don't stress about it. If you don't get a job, go back to school. Get your master's. When you're in school, pick up a part-time job in your field, something that you can do remotely. So you're getting skills that you need so you can enhance your resume. But you're going to be fine. And after I left Public Allies, I went to the city of Cincinnati, and I worked for the city of Cincinnati, worked for the recreation department. And after that job was done, I went and worked at Myers, which is kind of like Walmart. They're in Michigan and they're in Ohio. They may be in Indiana as well. I'm not for sure. I don't go to Indiana that much. But get a job. All you're worried about is paying your car note, your insurance, your rent, your lights, electric. Well, the lights is electric, but water if you have to. But get a job. Don't give up on yourself. Just because everyone else is in their jobs, they're in their careers, they're traveling, that doesn't mean that that's your story. Somebody can be on top today and not on top tomorrow. But don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. I came to say that this message is for that 0 to 6 months. Figure out if you want to go to college. Figure out if you want to work. Work for somebody who will pay you so that you can have a livable wage. Make sure your skill sets, improve your skills. Whatever skills you have, whatever skills that you don't have or your skills you do have, work on those skills between this 0 and 6 months. Something is going to come. Network with other people. Go to networking events. Reach out to the professional organizations that your degree is in. See what they have available. But if none of that pans out, if you cannot find a job, which I really doubt very seriously, you can't find a job, because I know Amazon is hiring. I know you could do Uber Eats. I know you could do DoorDash. All of these companies are hiring. So, I mean, and Amazon is always hiring. It may not be a degree seeking job, but it is a job and it is a livable wage that you can take care of yourself and have a roof over your head and pay your car note and your bills and what have you. So it may not be your first pick. It may not be what you're degreed in, but it's a start. But guess what? Amazon has other positions. So you could potentially work your way up. It's possible. People do it every day. You can move to a different state with Amazon because they're in all 50 states. They're out of the country even. So you can work with Amazon in your area. But you want to figure out between the 0 and 6 months. Go back to your school's career services department. And that is the organization where employers reach out to say that they have open positions and that they're looking to fill those positions. And you ask for help. You are an alum of this college. They can help you. You paid them over $100,000, or you've gone for free and somebody else has paid it. That's the least they can do. That makes their school look good that you are employed. So reach out to the career services at your college. Ask them to help you with your resume any job leads that they can offer. You can go on Indeed. You can sign up on their job board. You can network. Ask your parents' friends. Ask them, do they know? Do you know anybody that has a degree in this area? What company do they work for? Because if they work for the company, it's pretty sure that that's not the first company they've worked for or the last. Ask them to help you navigate this territory. Ask your parents if they have a degree, if they are hard workers. If your parents are not, then ask someone you know that is employed in a professional job. You went to school with a teacher. I would start there. He or she was a professional. You had a counselor, a counselor of your high school. That's a good start too, if you had a relationship with them. But there are so many, even your county Department of Job and Family Services, like they have departments where employers contact them seeking employees. But you need to be cognizant of where you need to go and what you need to do and who, go get a job anywhere. I know you may not want to hear that, but just go get a job. You know, go learn a skill, doing something that you never thought. I wanted my son to get a trade because I knew that would be a skill that he would have and no one could ever take it away from him. But if you don't have a skill, you limit yourself on the job opportunities. With a skill, at least you can knock on somebody's door and they'll make themselves available to you. So I want to end this because my phone is about to end, but congratulations to you. I'm proud of you. You're going to make it through. If you don't get a job, go back to school, get a graduate degree. You're going to be fine. Then you'll be a part of a even smaller number of people who have graduate and advanced degrees. So congratulations to you. Hang in there. Make sure you subscribe and you comment and you share this video. All right. You have a great evening. Bye-bye.